The more important things in getting a job is contributions. Like open source contributions really help.
It's very important to have a mentor.
I think just working on your own is more than enough if you are in first year, second year. You don't need internship experience.
इसलिए फर्स्ट ईयर इज इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर एक्सप्लोरिंग.
If you're getting a referral from the same team that they're hiring for, the referral is going to be top notch.
What if I told you you can earn thousands of dollars by working a remote job straight out of college? In this video, I'm talking to 4 people who can guide you exactly with the step-by-step process to follow to crack a remote job straight out of college, irrespective of the college you went to and the course you studied. Let's say, how would you get a remote job, to be specific?
One of the more important things in getting a job is contributions. Like open source contributions really help. And then I would say make projects using those sorts of tools and also contribute to open source projects if you can. And this is something I have been more interested in recently. But I've seen so many people that, if you can show that you've already contributed to code bases, it sort of gives
Right.
the employer confidence that, yeah, this person has knowledge in this field. And like they've already worked with this technology and stuff, so it'll be easier for them to adjust to the company's stack or whatever. So I think that really helps.
एंड इट्स अ ग्रेट वे टू गेट अ जॉब. तो नेटवर्क बनता है, तुम्हारा रेज्यूमे बिल्ड होता है, प्रोजेक्ट्स आ जाते हैं रेज्यूमे पे, इतने सारे इवेंट्स में फिर जाते हो, प्रोफाइल बन जाती है अच्छी सी, नए नए कनेक्शंस बढ़िया बढ़िया बन जाते हैं जो तुम्हें फिर आगे जाके रेफरल वगैरह दे देते हैं. 100% डू इट फॉर द जॉब, इट्स फाइन. कोई बुरी बात नहीं है उसमें. जॉब लगने में क्या चाहिए होता है तुम्हें एक तो टू बी नोटिस्ड. अच्छे कैंडिडेट्स की जॉब लगती है अच्छे कंपनीज में, एंड यू कैन नीड अ गुड रेज्यूमे, अच्छे प्रोजेक्ट्स उसमें, अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस मान लो, और रेफरल्स वगैरह कभी कभी चल जाते हैं. नेटवर्क, सारी की सारी चीज़ें ओपन सोर्स प्रोवाइड कर देता है.
There was I think it's very important to have a mentor. So a mentor who's
Yeah.
ahead of you in life, ahead of the same path that you have taken, but he's a long way ahead, and your goal should be to reach him. And then obviously you have to go for a next mentor because you have reached this goal. But
Yeah.
yeah, obviously stay in touch with your mentors.
I think just working on your own is more than enough if you are in first year, second year. You don't need internship experience. I will genuinely not be impressed by somebody who did a front end internship in Morgan Stanley and just worked on one single React page. I would be
Right.
impressed by somebody who built a full stack project, deployed it on AWS, and it means nothing to early stage companies and founders who see just value on paper. You have to
Right.
build something meaningful. And if I'm on a call with you, I should be able to ask you to, okay, screen share and show me your the full project. Let's open package.json file. Tell me, like, why did you write that script? Why did you install that dependency? Why do you think this project structure makes more sense?
Let's say you do not have any knowledge of how to write code today, hypothetically. So how would you approach to learn to code in today's time? Which technology would you choose, and how would you go about it from zero to becoming a pro?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. And like, this is something that I wish that someone, when I was starting my programming journey, would have told me. But like, I just had no guidance. So just, like, I had to figure it out all on my own. So what I feel like today, you have Chat GPT, you have all these AI tools to help you as well, and you've obviously had Google for so long. What I would say is first find something that you're really interested in. Could be making games, could be making websites, or maybe you want to make neural networks, you want to write smart contracts for blockchains. Whatever it is that you're interested in, find that. And once you find out what you're interested in, I guess go to Google or Chat GPT and just ask, like, I want to make a game, how can I do so, and what tools do I need?
You learn the best coding, your best way to learn or debug any sort of problem is by actually facing those issues, facing those problems. And that means you have to practice a lot when you're learning coding. I always say, like, I consider coding a lot like maths. So I was a non-medical student in 11th 12th, so I did a lot of maths in 11th and 12th, which was very difficult, like integration, differentiation, all these things. And one thing which we have always been taught there is that you can't solve new problems until you practice like hundreds, thousands of problems before. If you're preparing for JEE, these sort of exams, you will come across these situations. I feel it's very less talked about in programming, but it's very much like maths itself. Because until and unless you have solved or at least seen or experienced so many problems, you would have no idea like how do you get unstuck, how do you get yourself out, how do you even debug the solution. So I feel the best way to learn coding and the best developers out there have seen a lot more problems and have been stuck in a lot more problems than any one of us out here. So
Right.
yeah, I feel if you're learning programming, you should learn by doing always.
इसलिए फर्स्ट ईयर इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट फॉर एक्सप्लोरिंग. फर्स्ट ईयर में इट्स लाइक कोई ज़्यादा सीरियस नहीं होता, एंड विच इज़ फाइन, होने की नीड भी नहीं है. बट ट्राई टू यूटिलाइज योर फर्स्ट ईयर इन एक्सप्लोरिंग वेरियस टेक स्टैक्स. तो वेब डेवलपमेंट देख ली, थोड़ी सी मशीन लर्निंग देख ली, थोड़ा सा मोबाइल डेवलपमेंट देख लिया, हल्का हल्का, डीप में नहीं जाना. उसके बाद तुम्हें आइडिया लग जाएगा कि यार ये मेरे को इसमें इंटरेस्ट नहीं है, मैं नहीं करूँगा, छोड़ दो उसको. फिर डी से करो फर्स्ट ईयर में, एंड फर्स्ट ईयर के फिर एंड तक डेवलपमेंट स्किल थोड़ी थोड़ी आ जाएंगी, तो तुम्हें पता चल जाएगा तुम्हें किस चीज़ में इंटरेस्ट है, उसकी कम्युनिटी में इन्वॉल्व हो जाओ. लाइक अगर डेवऑप्स में इंटरेस्टेड हो तो CNCF है.
Do you think college matters while sitting for placements?
Unfortunately, yes. I mean, there is no denying in the fact that biases exist in system, and no, not everyone is thinking like I said that it should be completely based on project-based learning or practical learning, and we just get on a.
Maybe there was some way I could convince them and stuff, but yeah, I mean the main things my parents were concerned about is if I take a drop here, they don't want me to just waste my time, and if I'm not really doing anything well in my free time, and if I'm just playing games and stuff, might as well go to college and get a degree right as soon as possible. So but right now I'm definitely learning not only things in the blockchain space by being at Eclipse and working with all these really amazing people, but I'm also using a lot of my free time to learn about artificial intelligence, finance, economics, things like that. So
Referral, but the referral also matters from whom you are getting
Yeah.
the referral from. If you're getting a referral from an SD1, it differs. If you're getting a referral from the same team that they're hiring for, the referral is going to be top notch.
So if there is someone in the first year or second year listening to us, what would you like to share with them?
So if you're in first year specifically, and you don't need to be worried much about what you're going to do. So I think 4 years are just gonna pass away just like that.
Yeah,
So
true.
I think that you shouldn't underestimate yourself in your first year. So if you want to apply for internships in first year, go ahead. Just go ahead. Don't, it doesn't matter if you have the skills or not. There are probably people out there who think in this mindset, recruiters, that you're in first year and you know this much, that's why we're hiring you.
Exactly.
So if you know the same thing in second year, you probably will not get hired, because this is not the sort of knowledge base that you should have in your second year according to the recruiter per se, right? So if you're in your first year and you think you are sort of want to explore the waters, go ahead and apply for an internship or some sort of fellowship that goes on. So yeah, I think you can directly go for something like Google Summer of Code or like MLH fellowship. Things like these are pretty much very good standards in the software industry. So if you're in first year, you have a lot of time, so you can explore app development, you can explore web development, you can explore electronics, robotics, IoT, and all the stuff, right? VR, AR, AI, ML, deep learning. I can keep on going, explore all the fields, right? That's what I have done. So I have projects in all the fields, so I know how every field works, I know what field makes money,
Right.